Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
I need to get Braden to the rescue again. Kurt, I'm invisible, but can see you and hear you. I can see all of you guys. We got some really, really pretty girls in here, some ugly guys, for goodness sake. I'm just kidding. There we go, guys. I'll figure this out. If I have to, I'll go get Braden. He's the genius here. I'm going to click on my little hang up. Show participants. Okay, there's all the participants. Oh, wow. We got a lot in here. Talk to me, Todd, or somebody. And
Sound recording. Sound recording.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Testing.
Testing. Testing.
how do you have that like that?
Because I just woke up.
Okay.
All right, so you
All
click the three dots.
Yeah.
Hide device set, or well, shoot. With three dots, show
Three
device
dots.
settings,
Show device setting.
speaker,
Speaker.
and then it's one of these devices.
Aha. I'll forget that in 5 minutes. All right. All that matters. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
You're the best. Thank you. All right. Okay, guys. So we're all here.
Now we
Now,
can't see you.
am I seeing who? I can see most of you. Okay, so Todd, take this away.
All right. Well, let's see. I think we were. Do you have your email up?
I need my email.
There's an email with a whole bunch of songs attached.
Yep. Okay, I'm pulling my email up right now. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's see. Critiques. Okay, I see a song called A Coming Home by Mia. Sorry, that's a spam risk. So let's turn this phone off real quick.
Yeah.
So who is Mia? Kowal?
That's
Mia's
me.
That's my wife's name, Mia, so I'm going to remember you really easy. Okay.
Great.
Okay, so
Mia is from Denmark.
Denmark. I love
Yeah.
Denmark. Yeah, they play my music a lot over there. Okay, so okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's two. Oh, I got you. I see it here. Here's one with a lot on it. Okay, so which one am I looking for? I'm looking for the title is what's the title of Mia's song?
Coming home.
Coming Home. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling it up right now. Okay. So now I'm just gonna read these lyrics, okay? And Mia, do you have an idea as to how you hear this song? Is it do you have a melody in mind for it already?
Yeah, I do a bit. It's a lyric written coming from a challenge to write a Christmas song without the word Christmas. And I think the melody I made for it, the music became a little bit country.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you play it for me, or do you want me to just give you a melody and let you hear what it would sound like the way I see it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
I mean, first of all, let me read it, okay?
Mm.
It says, my old Chevy coughs through the frosty air, soothing sounds of wheels turning. Creaking while touching the ice-cold road, I'm aching, yawning, and yearning. Presents wrapped in love and longing, can you hear my soul calling? I'm coming home again. I'm coming home. Hope you'll be there waiting. You still got that part of my heart coming home. Okay, so now let me just grab a guitar and let me just play, and you tell me how far off I am from you, Mia.
Yeah.
My old Chevy calls through the frosty air, soothing sounds of wheels turning, creaking while touching the ice cold road. I'm aching, yawning, and learning. Presents wrapped in love and longing. Can you hear my soul calling? I'm home again. Oh, I'm coming home. that part of my heart. Coming home. This is just right off the top of my head. Not thought out. I have no idea that's even close to what you hear. But it can go, I could sit here probably and put 15 melodies to that real fast. Just totally change it, make it up tempo, however you like it. But I will tell you this, I think this is a pretty cool Christmas song, Mia. I want to read the next verse real quick. I'm walking up the snow-covered path, seeing you through the window. 7 years flashes by my teary eyes. I'm thinking foolish to let him go. Presents wrapped in love and longing. Can you hear my soul calling? And then back to the chorus. I'm walking up the snow-covered path. Oh, that is oh, okay. So you don't have, oh, here it is. Turn left before the old white wooden church, driving down the street thinking. Flashes of forgotten old feelings appear, the endless lighted trees twinkling. Presents wrapped in love and longing. Can you hear my soul calling? That's a pretty cool song, honey. Is this, have you thought about, I mean, first of all, you know, I'm here, I think I'm here to look at the songs, kind of critique them. I'm going to give you some pointers right quick that for everybody. This is something I teach in my workshop. I don't know how many of you guys have been to the Songwriters Workshop on Facebook. I have a Curt Ryle's Songwriters Workshop, and we've probably written about 50 songs in there. We've recorded all of them here in my studio, and many of them have been recorded by artists and gone on to become, some of them have become hits especially in the overseas market. And some of them are playing right here in the United States. Most of these songs turn out really amazing, and it's a different kind of concept. What we do, for those of you who don't know, I'll just explain it real quick. We choose a title. I will go out there. There's 600 people in this workshop. Probably 200 will participate. And I'll go out and I'll say, okay, everybody give me a title, and I'll pick the winning title, and then we'll start writing it. Todd's aware of all this. So then I will choose the title, and then we'll start with line 1, and everybody will submit line 1, and I'll read all 200 lines until I find the line that I think is the perfect line for line 1, and then we move on the next day to line 2, and the next day to line 3, and we do this until the song's finished. So a few of the things that I teach in the workshop that I think would help you guys right here, and I'd like to just go ahead and pass this on to you. The lines where you are talking about your rhyming lines, Mia, you're using words like turning and yearning, longing and calling. Okay, and this works in this particular case. It works, but I will tell you that in most cases, you're better off to use a one-syllable word to end your line. It's much easier to rhyme with, and it's so much more musical. You know, so just for an example, let's just look at the line, presents wrapped in love and longing. What if you just turned it around and said presents wrapped in longing and love? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And then whenever you talk about soothing sounds of wheels turning, what have you said? The soothing turning of the wheels. Now, all I'm doing, it may not be right just yet, but you see, when you go down there to rhyme with it, you see, you could say something like, I'm yawning and yearning and love how it feels. Now, feels is your rhyming word with wheels. Those one-syllable words sing so much better. For a musician like myself, it's so much easier for me to put a good melody to a song when your rhymes are one-syllable words.
Okay.
And now, if it is a two-syllable word, if you use a two-syllable word, if the emphasis is on the back side of the word, then it works. For example, your line turning, the emphasis is on the front. You hear that? Turning. If your rhyming word was again, the emphasis is on the back half of the word. That rhymes very, very well. It sings extraordinarily well. But
Okay.
it really makes it hard to take when the emphasis is on the front of a 2-syllable word to make that thing come out right musically. So these are tips that I'm giving you as a musician that would make my job a lot easier. What I would advise you to do is don't stop with this, Mia. This is a good song, but go back and try to change these rhymes to 1-syllable words. Sometimes you can do it so simple by just saying soothing sounds of turning wheels. Soothing sounds of turning wheels, and then in the back one, I'm aching, yawning, yearning, love how it feels, or something like that. You see, you figure it out.
Yeah.
But when you do that, if you come back here again and you fix this and you bring this to me, I'm going to put a melody to that thing so easy that's going to be a lot prettier than what I just did. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that hope this is helping?
Yeah.
This is what I teach. This is how I teach. So just try to remember your rhyming words. Try to keep them 1 syllables. If you do go 2 syllables, make sure the emphasis is on the back half of the word. And then I promise you, like insane, again, those things just sing so pretty. So, okay, so let's move on to the next. What is the next song now, Todd? What am I looking for?
The first group is they have the A in front of them. So
okay. So let me just pull up here. Let me go back. Okay, I may have, yeah, here it is. I'm just going to go, I'm going to look at the very first song here, which is a down to the C. Is Barbara Ward? Barbara, are you here? Is Barbara here with us?
I think so. Oh, maybe not.
I don't see her on the screen, so I'm just.
Oh yeah, her. She's on the list currently.
Will I be able to pull her up if I? Okay.
I can
well,
see her.
She can probably hear me, right? I would love to be able to see her though. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, unless she stepped away from the computer or something.
Yeah.
It's from
Barbara's muted.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
so-
here. I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't see myself.
Oh, I see you now. I see you. When you started talking, you popped up immediately.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you now on the left-hand side.
So,
Okay.
Barbara is from Palm Desert, California, if I have this right.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. How's the weather out there, Barbara?
It's actually going to be 80 today, but it gets down to 50 at night.
Oh my gosh. I wish it were 80 here. It's cold here. I'm telling you. Let's take a look at.
I've been to Nashville in the winter.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at your song. Let's see. Day after day, the old grind is the same. Living from dollars to dreams. And when my dreams get too scattered and drift away, there's just one place I know I'll feel sane. Okay. First of all, that's structured very well, Barbara, but I would have liked to have heard your second line rhyme with your fourth line. You see dreams and sane. See, if you look at the way you've got this, line 1 kind of rhymes with line 3 with the way day after day, the old grind is the same, living from dollars to dreams. And when my dreams get too scattered and drift away, which rhymes with same, there's just one place I know I'll feel sane. So we got actually line 2 and line 4 need to rhyme, Barbara. And if you can do that, then it's musical. So how could we fix that? Living from dollars to dreams. And when my dreams get too scattered and drift away, there's just one place.
Well, I fall apart at the seams.
That's right. That? Or one place I'll feel sane. Yeah. I can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. So if you fix that, that will sing really nice. Let's look at the next section. I'm assuming this is the chorus. Got to get myself down to the sea, curl my toes in the sand, listen to the waves as they crash on the shore, be reflective, have a new perspective. When I leave, got to get myself down to the sea. See, this is a different kind of structure. Usually when I teach structure, I usually teach to have the first line and the second line rhyme, or the second line and the fourth line rhyme. But I really like it when you come up with these things that are a little bit different like this. it makes it interesting, and it's not just the same old, same old. But in the case of your sand line, line 4 needs to rhyme with sand. Got to get myself down to the sea, curl my toes in the sand, listen to the waves on the something. I don't know. I would have to think about what would rhyme with sand on the shore in my hand. I'm just throwing out ideas. This isn't right, but you sort of, and then you could sing, be reflective, have a new perspective. When I leave, got to get myself down to the sea. All of those things are going to rhyme, and they're all going to work. But you have to have a little bit more structure. And I wouldn't change one thing in your chorus except line 4. I would make that science. I would make that rhyme with sand. And if you do, I could put you a really beautiful melody to that. But that shore is going to kind of stick out like a sore thumb, and you're going to expect that rhyme. But down here where it says be reflective, have a new perspective, that's really, really cool. I like that you came up with that. And then you said when I leave, which rhymes with C. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the structure does not have to be perfect, but some things just, you know, my brain wants me to hear that rhyme with sand. Other than that, same thing in your first line. If you can make line 4 rhyme with line 2, you don't have much to do here to fix this, Barbara. Some people sit in a forest with trees watching the planets and stars. Any river or vista can clear out your mind. I know one place that does it for me. Me needs to rhyme with stars. That's very important because you have no rhymes here except line 1 and line 4, and those don't sing together. So the structure is not as good in this verse.
Yeah, I know. I was playing around with structure on this, and I mean, trees and me rhyme, so to me it mattered how you do the music.
They're just so far apart that you would never feel that rhyme. But I will tell you this: you really have a knack for this, and if you get the structure right, you have a real knack for putting these lyrics together. This is really, really well written. I really mean it. So I think if you said some people sit in a forest with trees watching the planets and stars, any river or vista can clear out your mind. You know, this one does it for me right where I are. Boy, there's some good
no. Okay, so I don't have to go that far, you know.
Yeah, it's something. There you go. Far. It could be car. It could be heart. It doesn't have to be a perfect rhyme, but it has to have a R thing in there. But do you have a melody for this in mind at all?
No.
Barbara? Have you?
I wrote this many years ago, and I really like the concept of it, but I never wrote any music to it, and I pulled it out of my box, and because I like the idea.
How do you hear it? I mean, do you hear this as country? Do you hear this as pop? How do you hear it?
I kind of hear it as kind of a slow pop. I don't necessarily hear it as country, but you know, the middle of the country really needs to get to the sea. I think they're drawn, down to the ocean and stuff.
Okay, so
I don't know. I'm open.
Let me just throw something out at you real quick, okay?
Okay.
Day after day, the old grind is the same. Living from dollars to dreams. Sorry, I just got that wrong, but you see.
It's all right.
And when my dreams get too scattered and drift away, there's just one place I know I need to be. See, that's kind of pop, a little popish rock, you know what I'm saying? So, if my son were down here, he would probably take it in a totally different direction. But that's just one way. There's so many other things you could do, like you can do that day after day. The old grind.
I like that.
It's the same. Living from dollars to dreams. When my dreams get too scattered, drift away. But there's just one place I need to be. See how that B rhymes with dreams? My mind just immediately. But you see, this could be a really pretty melody, and if you put a production with that, I tell you right now, there are people who would record that. By the way, I have a label. I have a record company. I have 12 artists on my label. And for those of you who don't know, we have in the top 20 right now on the world radio charts. We own the top 12 slots in the charts in the world. So we have a lot of artists, and a lot of times when I get these type poems like this and I put music to it, if I like it, these artists, when they come in here and they start looking for songs, because I have a publishing company, I'll play them these songs. And you never know, one of them will go, wow, I really like that. I want to record that. You can get a song recorded this way. So at the same time, you kind of have to have a little demo or a work tape or something that's very professional, because a lot of these artists don't have the ear to be able to just hear a work tape and you know, you gotta, it's catch-22. Sometimes you gotta demo the song, but then a lot of times you can spend like $500 to demo with a complete full production with a full Nashville band, mixed and mastered and finished. And a lot of times an artist will come in and they'll go, I want to sing that song. And I'll go, well, if you'll pay her $500, she'll probably let you use that track. And you get your money back and you get a cut. It works like that too. So
in your opinion, you feel that this song could go, because I've been to Nashville before and I've recorded using demo singers, and I also recorded me doing a CD. So, but you think this would be a good song for Nashville?
Yeah, I do, if it's done right. And if it's done in a way, you know, what we're about to do something starting Monday that we're about to possibly go in a different direction. I'm having a meeting in Dollywood, and we have a big time businessman who wants to come and get involved in the label, and he wants to take it even more to another level. We already kind of own Europe, and we kind of have most of our artists are really big in the charts, but we're trying to hit the American market too. And this guy is capable of making that happen and doing distribution with somebody like Sony Records or Warner Brothers or one of those labels that could make us a major label. And when that happens, there's no.
What is the name of your label right now?
It's Black Ribbon Records.
Black Ribbon. Okay.
Black Ribbon. And if you go out and look, you know, if you friend me on Facebook, you'll see the charts. They put them out there all the time, and they'll have the artist name, and then they'll have Black Ribbon beside it. And by the way, just for the record, I have the #1 record in the world right now on the top indie charts. My son is number 3, the 15-year-old that just came in here. He's going to knock me off the #1 slot real soon, I can promise you. But, you know, it's really interesting. We have great promoters. We have 3 or 4 world-class promoters, one in Canada, one here in America. And they get this stuff out there, and it hits every radio station. We're talking thousands of radio stations. And if you belong to the right organizations, then you can make money doing this if a song gets out there on the charts. If you don't belong to the right organizations, your money will sit in escrow forever and you'll never get it.
Right.
These are things that I teach these things, and I will help you to get with the right people, right organizations. If you're not with BMI or ASCAP, you need to be.
Yeah, I am. I am.
Everybody else needs to join. I would say join BMI. I think they're better, but ASCAP works just fine. And there's a CSAC. There's another one. But anyway, okay, I'm going to, for the sake of time, I'm just going to move on to the next one, Barbara. I really like your song.
Hey, thank you. I will friend you on Facebook.
Okay, good. And all of you. And yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, come and join the Curt Ryle's Songwriters Workshop. Come and join that and participate. You will learn a lot from that too. It's a very cool thing. Now, we're off for a week because I'm getting ready to go to the Smoky Mountains. We're right in the middle of writing a song right now. You can go out there and look at it and see how it works. But I'd invite all of you guys to come and join that. Okay. So anyway, Barbara, nice talking to you, sweetie. I'm going to move on.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So let me pull up the next song here real quick, and let's see. Uh-oh. That was the wrong thing. How the heck did I do that? All right, here we go. I found it.
I see it back there.
Okay. Get through this together. Darrell. Is Darrell on here? Darrell Landels?
Yeah, right here. Right here, Curt.
Okay, cool. Let me pull your lyric up here, Darrell. I'm just looking at it here. Okay.
Darrell is from He's from Canada.
I'm from Canada, the snowy country.
Oh yeah. Do you know Jaden Riley? You know who she
Riley.
is? Yeah.
I've heard them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She's on my label. I produce her.
Really?
As a matter of fact, she has one song on YouTube that has 30 million views.
Wow.
And she just shot a movie with Sean Penn called The Flag Day. And
that's where I remember the name from.
Brilliant actress. She's only 15. And she and my son do duets together, and they all go viral. So they're very big time YouTube stars, both of them. And Todd has got a song coming out that Jaden's going to be here in a couple of months. And she's actually going to record one of Todd's songs. And my son Braden is going to record one of them. So Todd, you're batting 1,000 with these kids. Your melodies are just spot on. You're hitting these kids. They love them. But anyway, yeah, Jaden. If you guys that don't know Jaden Riley, I would advise you to go out and just look at her when she was 7. She's 15 now, but the first thing I did on her was called "The Sound of Silence" by Simon and Garfunkel. And at 7 years old, she recorded that song. And she hit it and nailed it so perfectly that she's got 30 million views. It got her in a movie. It's crazy how this stuff works, but she's truly one of my biggest artists right now. And I shopped her to a major label here. I took her to Big Machine Records about a year ago, and she performed right there in the label for them, and they were ready to sign her. Of course, Taylor Swift walked off the label. They sold the label to Scooter Braun. For those of you who don't know, it caused me to not want to put her in there. I backed out of it because I was afraid they might put her on a shelf and let her sit there for 5 years, which would really hurt her career. The other guy, Scott Borchetta, was very interested in her, and I knew he would promote her. But you never know with these labels, and I've been around this business my whole life. I've been in Nashville for 40 years, so I know how they work and I know how they think. And so anyway, I pulled her out of that deal, and I know I'll get her another one, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, I'm gonna look at your lyrics here real quick, Darrell. It says, "We will get through this together. We just need to believe that we can. I know you're hurting my son. I too feel the pain at the loss of your mom. I know you're worried, my son. I too am afraid of the days yet to come. I know you're wanting, my son. I too have questions, but for answers, just one. This pain may feel like forever, and dying is hard to understand. And we'll get through this together. We just need to believe we can. We will get through this together. We just need to believe." Wow. Okay. First of all, Darrell, this is a no-brainer. This is structured very professionally. I know you're pleading, my son. I too am asking for her here and not gone. I know you're burdened, my son. I too feel the weight of what seems like a ton. I know you're searching, my son. I too seek hope because it's what she would have done. Okay, yeah, this is so easy to put. Do you have a melody to this, Darrell? Do you already have a melody?
Yeah, well, yes and no, but I'd like to hear what you hear it as. I hear it as a slower country song, I suppose. But that's the only genre I think it fits. Maybe it fits something else, but I'd like to hear what you have.
Yeah, well, do you know who Vern Gosdin was? Are you familiar with Vern Gosdin?
Yeah, I remember Vern Gosdin. Yeah,
I played steel guitar for Vern for 5 years, and I wrote a lot of songs with him. And this sounds like it reminds me of something Vern would have done. He had Chiseled in Stone and a bunch of big hits. He was a huge writer. But I'll play you something that I'll kind of play it the way I think Vern would have done it, you know. I'm trying to look at this.
And I might mention there's I can say slightly updated version of this one.
Okay, I would right off the top of my head, I'm just gonna see what comes out because I never know with these things. But I would say something like, I know you're hurting my son, and I too feel the pain at the loss of your mom. I know it's not flowing the way I'm doing it. I know you're hurting my son. I too feel the pain at the loss of your mom. I know you're worried, my son. I'm really rushing these lyrics, but it seems like trying to, off the top of my head, I'm trying to come up with something that would just, you know.
If it helps, I could just tell you what I was hearing it when I did it.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Okay, I'll just grab my lyric sheet here so I remember. So I kind of start off and with the intro. We will get through this together. We just need to believe that we can. Okay. And then the verses kind of go, I know you're hurting, my son. I too feel the pain at the loss of your mom. So that kind of a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know if that helps.
Let me just throw this out. I know you're hurting, my son. I too feel the pain at the loss of your mom. Know you're worried, my son. I too am afraid of the days yet to come. I know you're wanting, my son. I too have questions, but for answers just one. This pain may feel like forever, and dying's hard to understand. But we'll get through this together. We just need to believe we can. Oh, we'll get through this together. Need to believe that we can. That's how I kind of hear that. It's pretty, just has a flow to it, and it just kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to just see it and just hit that melody right off the bat like that, but that's how I would do it. I think, you know, and you might have to take a few words out to make it flow better. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to change much, really. Darrell, this song is really well written, and I have no advice for you on anything. All of this is structured very well. All the rhymes are exactly right. So, yeah. I think with this one, you just need a really good melody. Sometimes people will send me these poems, guys, through the mail. I have clients that know me and have worked with me for years, and they'll send me these things, and they'll just go, put the melody to it. And Todd is the one that he just says, do what you think. And a lot of times I'll get in here with a guitar, and I'll take these lyrics, and I'll really spend a little time with them, and I'll come up with these melodies that are just beautiful for the song. And it's hard to do it on the fly like this, but you can kind of get an idea how this works. Good job, Darrell. I like this song. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So let's go down here and just see what else is coming up here. A John W. Selleck. John, are you here? Here's a song by John W. Selleck. Let's see here. It says, back in 1981, my boy came up to me, holding to an envelope he wanted me to see. It was on a Mother's Day. He'd made up his own card. Reading it, I held back tears. But it was very hard. It said, I love you more than cotton candy, more than marbles too, more than sledding in the snow, more even than Old Blue. More than chocolate ice cream, more than my best friend Joe, more than riding my new bike, more than anything. It sounds just like something a kid would say. Wow, this is a great song. John, or is John here with us? John Selleck?
I don't think he was able to join today. I am, by the way, I am recording this.
Yep.
Hopefully I'm going to be able to, edit it and maybe even get it up on YouTube on my channel.
Yep.
So, if you wanted to go ahead and talk about it,
the only thing, everything he's got here is right. I mean, he's telling the story. His structure is perfect. This is the easiest thing to put lyrics to. The syllable count is almost the same, exactly where it should be. The only line that really bothers me is the last line of that first verse where it said, "But it was very hard." To me, that could have been a little stronger. It says, "Back in 1981, my boy came up to me holding to an envelope he wanted me to see. It was on a Mother's Day card. It was on a Mother's Day. He'd made up his own card. Reading it, I held back tears. You know, his words were very hard. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just needs to elaborate a little bit more on what it was that's hard. When it says, but it was very hard, it almost makes me think he's saying it was hard reading it or holding back the tears. I'm not sure which, you know. So I would fix that one little spot. Other than that, it's a good song. And if he's not here, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I want to just move on to the next one. But this song is very well structured. This would be so easy to put music to. So now let me see if I can bring you guys back up here. How the heck did I get this? Oh, that's looking even worse now, isn't it?
I think you're behind your screen.
Is it behind it?
No.
Let's check this out. Are you guys there? Oh my God, I can't see you anymore. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I get this thing to get big again here? Huh?
Click on it.
Just click on it.
Now click on it again.
Click on this little one? No, that's not it. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Goodness gracious.
There we go.
Okay.
You did it.
How did I do that? Okay, I would click on that one. All right. Good night. All right. So, okay, let's go look at the next one here. A Southern Boy, Marty Young. Is Marty here?
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was really hoping Marty would be able to join, but because I kind of like this song. Is based on a true story about, you know, his family, but he wasn't able to join today.
Okay, let's just read it real quick. He left his home to seek his fortune. 16 years and he was gone. For a world full of excitement, he left his family and home. Those that watched as he departed, inspired by his siren song, a Southern boy upon life's ocean, they hoped and prayed for his return. 50 years in just a few days, and it all seems like a dream. Northern lights and northern kisses, Joe found his home, it seems, surrounded by the ones he loved on the Upper Peninsula. A Southern boy in Illinois was he. It's a very awkward rhyme scheme that he's got going. One of the things that sticks out at me immediately is the first line. He says he left his home to seek his fortune. And then you go down to 1, 2, 3, 4. He says the same thing again. He left his family and home. You see, that is something he needs to work on. He did it so he could rhyme with gone, but he's already said he left his home, so you don't want to say that twice. You know what I'm saying? He could get that. That's kind of a throwaway line, and those things really pop out at me when I see them. Other than that, most of this is pretty well structured. There's some rhyme schemes that I don't really know what I make of the A Southern Boy in Illinois. I really like how that works together, but then it says was he. That's a little awkward. I don't even know what that's rhyming with. But since he's not here, I'm not going to critique his song. I'm only going to critique the ones that are here, okay? So let's look at Don't Turn Out the Light. Doug, is Doug here? Doug Haberman?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
No, it's cool. Okay, good. Okay, let's take a look at this, Doug, and see what we got here. Oh, that thing needs to go away, doesn't it? Okay. There they are. Okay, now then, let's take a look at it. Don't turn out the light. Been losing at heart, so I'm shooting at the moon, needing your touch to scatter the gloom. Princess of Grace, now that I'm out of tricks, take me up the stairs, give a taste of your lips. Don't turn out the light, it's not the time or place. Your beauty is pure in a world gone to waste. Put your hand on my heart and feel it race. Don't turn out the light, I want to see your face. Life isn't fair. Some dance till they die. Some go on too soon. Some only cry. I'm not gone yet. I watched how you dance. I won't cry anymore since you've taken this chance. Been hiding in darkness and shadows of night. Life only hurts when I breathe. All the world's ugliness robbed me of faith, but you make me believe. Okay, I tell you, one of your strong suits, Doug, is your structure. You're very good at this. Been losing at heart, so I'm shooting the moon. That's a pretty cool line. Been losing at heart, so I'm shooting the moon. Needing your touch to scatter the gloom. Princess of Grace. You know, to scatter the gloom is a little bit deceiving to me. Been losing at heart, so I'm shooting the moon. Needing your touch here in this room. You see what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out. That may not be the right line, but you see where I'm going with that? Now you're talking to her. She's right here in front of him. Needing your touch here in this room. Princess of Grace, now that I'm out of tricks, take me upstairs, give me a taste of your lips. Tricks and lips is, it's close enough rhyme. Don't turn out the light. It's not the time or place. Your beauty is pure in a world gone to waste. Put your hand on my heart and feel it race. Don't turn out the light. I want to see you. There's nothing wrong with this song either, Doug. This would be very easy to put music to. And if, I'm not going to try to put music to all these songs because we have so many. But guys, I want to tell you something. The songs, the songs that I think really, some of these songs need to be demoed. You're never going anywhere with these songs until you get some kind of a recording that you can play for artists to hear them. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to get you to come here and record because I got tons of business. I'm not looking for that. But I'm just telling you, some of these things really, it's a shame if they go to waste. They need to be recorded. And, Todd, as far as I know, you've never written anything in your life, and then you bring some songs here, and you've already had 2 or 3 of them recorded and out there on the market. That's pretty impressive. So if it can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. That particular song, I like that song. I think that song, Doug, needs a little more work. I think you need to spend a little more time with it. And mainly I know what you're saying. You're saying, don't turn out the light. I want to see your face. There's something that is in the second line. Don't turn out the light. It's not the time or place. Your beauty is pure in a world gone to waste. It's so true, though. Put your hand on my heart and feel it race. Don't turn out the light. I want to see your face. It's really not bad. I feel like you should tweak this a little more. Life isn't fair. Some dance till they die. Some go too soon. Some only cry. Here's what's bothering me the most about this, Doug. I think you're talking about this girl, and I think you nail it at the front, and I think you nail it pretty close in the chorus. But in the second verse, you need to talk about her.
Okay.
I think you need to talk more about her. You need to just describe her, man. I mean, what does she look like? What is it that makes him want to just be with her and want to see her face? You're going into somewhere that's kind of odd to me because it said life isn't fair. Some dance till they die. Some go too soon. Some only cry. That has nothing to do with her. I'm not gone yet. I've watched how you dance. Now you bring her in, but it's too late. You need to bring her in sooner. I think you should work on that verse. And if you can get that verse and you can bring her back to the story, I'll tell you the truth. I think you got something here. We might talk a little bit about the chorus. If this is something you decided you wanted to record down the road, we might talk about it. And I might say, hey, what if you did this, Doug? What if you did this? And then you get to choose. You can say, well, what if I did this? You see, we can collaborate back and forth. And I don't want any part of the song. I don't want to take any credit for the song. Especially if you record it here with me, because if you record it with me, I know it's going to be done right. And I'm not going to take any part of your song. The melody is yours. It's not, I give you the melody. It's like part of the deal. I want to tell you guys something real quick. There's a lot of studios in Nashville, and I've been in this town my whole life. And a lot of these people, what they do is you record a song, you pay $500 to record it, And then you go back a year later and you say, hey, you know what? I want to get my WAV files to that song because I want to go to a different studio and sing it, re-sing it. And here's what they do. They go, well, you have to pay $2,500 for that master. It belongs to me. You see, you paid for that master, but they want to charge you to give you those WAV files to go somewhere else and do something else with the song. I don't do that. If you pay $500 for a demo, that song belongs to you. You should have those masters to do with as you please. These are things, guys, I've been in this business. I've seen a lot of scams. I'm not a scam person. You know, I'm here to try to help people as much as I can. That's the only reason I'm on here with you right now. I just want to give back and help. There were a lot of people who helped me in this business, guys, when I came into it. Hank Cochran, one of the greatest songwriters that ever lived. Dean Dillon, definitely the greatest songwriter that ever lived. Vern Gosden. I can go on and on and on. Those guys took me under their wing and they wrote with me and they helped me and they taught me. And I'm giving back now. It's my turn. So I'm not here to scam nobody or hurt nobody. But if you do the thing, if you decide at some point you want to record your song, I will help you. Once a month, I do a songwriter demo session. And I let people from all over the world send me poetry. And sometimes it's very hard to get on that session. Todd, you know that. They fill up just like that. People will call me and I'll save me one. And so, you know, but I will work you in. If you decide you want to record one of your songs here, I will do it. I'll help you to do it. And when it's finished, you're going to love it. And then maybe I can play it for artists and maybe try to help you get it recorded that way. But okay, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to start with that. But Doug, that's a good song. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it, man. You just need to keep working on that because that thing could do something, man. Now let's go down here and look at Chantell. Is Chantell with us? I remember Chantell. Is she with us today?
No, I haven't seen her.
No? Okay, I'm just going to look at hers a little bit. I almost walked out on my job today. I'm tired of staying work for so little pay. My lazy boss supposed to tell us what to do. I do my job and stay out of his way. I'm not trying to be an employee of the month, but I know I've done the most work tonight. How many of us have felt like that, huh? While others sit around and play on their phones, everyone's going to miss me when I'm gone. Wow, there's a lot of truth in that. I want to put my badge and keys on the table, get in my car, speed out there, young and able. I'm planning and dreaming when to turn in my 2-week notice. I need to find a new job before I quit this one. All right. I'm not going to go into this with Chantell because she's not here. And I'd rather just move on and let's talk to the people who are here. Monty Mathews, is Monty here?
I'm here, Kurt. How you doing?
Monty, hi. How you doing, brother? I remember you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull
I'm
up your
in the
song here.
songwriters group.
Yep. Yes, you are. And you do you write some pretty good lines in there too. Okay, I'm going to read this. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. The show is over. The curtain's drawn. Took my final bow. And don't expect an encore. I'm out of here right now. Okay, that's the intro. Verse says, I can't go back to Broken Bow. Hey, that's my hometown in Oklahoma, man. I think you're trying to get my attention here, brother. Yeah, I'm from Broken Bow, Oklahoma, actually. I can't go back to Broken Bow. You hurt me once too much. I don't know where I will go, but it's time that we lose touch. So I'm packing up and I'm headed off of the beaten track over Beaver Bend and Mountain Fork, and I'm not looking back. Okay, Monty, I'm going to be real honest with you. And when you put yourself all out there and there's all of you to take, you took me for all I had, left me nothing but heartache. All right. First of all, the song is structured properly. Everything you've done is right. You've been in my workshop, so you know how this works. The only problem I have with your song, Monty, as much as I like it, and it touches me that it's my hometown, but they have a population of 4,000 people. And I don't know if anybody in the world is going to know what Broken Bow, Oklahoma is or Beavers Bend State Park. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those songs that's a cool song. You wrote it great. But if you were to put that out there, nobody is going to know where Broken Bow, Oklahoma is. The chances of anybody ever knowing that is going to be slim. It'd be hard to get the song recorded. What I would advise you to do is I would advise you to try to not, I wouldn't scrap the song, but I would go in and try to make it out to be something other than this little one-horse town in Oklahoma and try to make it to, you know, you don't have to mention names. You don't have to mention Broken Bow or Mountain Fork or any of that. You could change that, Monty, and you got a good song here. Because if you look at your chorus, it says, hold on just a second. I want to look at that chorus one more time real quick. That chorus is, I'll burn that bridge when I get to it, like I always do. Seems once I get something good, just like that, it's through. Messing up and shoving all seems like I got a knack for that. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it, and there's no turning back. That is a brilliant chorus. That chorus is brilliant, but your verses are really kind of hurting it, I think, because they're not. I would talk about, instead of naming towns and cities and things like that, I'd just talk about what she did, you know. I mean, I would just say, hey, you know, you did this, you did that, or whatever. You think about it. You might not agree with me, and it's okay. Now, this is just my take on it. And of course, if I recorded it, put this out in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, it'd be a smash. But like you say, it's such a small place. But that chorus is very, very well written. I would go back and try to take another look at it. I wouldn't quit on it. I would work on it some more. What do you think? Be honest.
I think you need to read verse 2.
Yeah, let's go down and read it. Hold on. Heard them say that it won't work if you both don't work at it. It seems to me I'm the only one that's been punching in. Born and raised in Broken Bow don't mean I got to stay. I think I need to get myself out of Oklahoma's way. Well, that's much better. But you see what let me just tell you what I think you should do, Monty. Instead of saying born and raised in Broken Bow, I would say being raised in this one horse town don't mean I got to stay. That one horse town can be anywhere in the world. And you're not naming this one little bitty town. You see what I'm saying? I would say being raised in this one horse town don't mean I got to stay. I think I need to get myself out of Oklahoma's way. Now, I mean, there's a million one horse towns in Oklahoma that everybody can kind of relate to. That's my take on it. I like the song. I do. I just think that I think you got a better chance at getting it recorded if you can change the town to.
Well, basically, I picked Broken Bow to get your attention. You're right.
You got it, bro. I appreciate you doing it, because nobody's ever written a song about my little one horse town. You know, I love that. But in all fairness to you, I don't think that it's going to help you get the song recorded. You know what I mean? Somebody almost have to be from that little town to want to record it. And I would just go with the one horse town. I think you got a lot better shot at getting a lot more people. You know,
sure, I'll play
was
around with that.
Yeah, he was from a little one horse town. Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire, all of those people are from Oklahoma, little bitty tiny towns. So if you don't mention the town, you might be able to get their attention too. That's just my point. So
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, but I like it.
It was nice that I think what I did right was move through the song to tell the story that you know, he starts off that, you know, she hurt me and want too much,
right.
You know, but as you progress through the song, like the pre-chorus too, it's easier to blame you than to face the man I am. I don't get mad.
That's really good, man. I really like how you structured it. I like how you put it together. I don't think you got to change a whole lot. You don't have to do a lot of changes here. I mean, it's a pretty well written song, man. So take my hat off to you, buddy. It's good.
Thank you, Curt.
Let's go over and look at this here, huh? Let's check this out. Todd hasn't sent me anything that I haven't liked yet. By the way, how many of you guys have heard Todd's songs? Have most of you heard his stuff? Man, it's great. You know, Todd, I hope you don't mind, but I had to do this. I have I just signed a new girl, and she sang your demos, Todd. We changed her stage name to Ruby Jet. So that's going to be her given stage name. But I am letting England play one of those songs. It's Kay Cook Abbott, and a lot of times we just talk. She just said, "If you got anything new that you got out that you love," and I said, "I have a new artist," but I said, this is a song, and it's not the one Jaden or Braden's recording, okay? I said, but yeah, if you wanna hear it, and I sent it to her, and she said, can I please play this on my radio station? I said, as long as you don't let anybody else have it and play it on any other radio stations, because it just. So I hope you don't mind me doing that, Todd, but she just fell in love with it. Todd, are you hearing me? I don't think Todd hears me, because I'm looking at him and he's just like a frozen silhouette. I'm seeing a picture, but it's not the real Todd. So anyway, let's look at Todd's song here real quick. When I turn out without you, it's hard to make it through.
Now he's B up there.
When the phone starts to ring, a chill runs down my spine. I can't live one more day without you. Wow, it's pretty good. I know you had to go. The world won't stop for us. Another lonely day, gone like 1,000 cuts. When I think I can't go on, I fret and think of you until the dawn. I feel, ooh, because you're not the type to judge. You always have the grace to rise above. I close my eyes and think what you would do. Inside my heart, I find a trace of you. Wow, that's pretty deep. When you look at that chorus, I can't go on. I fret and think of you until the dawn. Because you're not the type to judge. You always have the grace to rise above. I close my eyes and think of what you would do. Inside my heart, I find a trace of you. I strum threads of my hope until you come back home. I can't. When the rain starts to fall, I know you won't let go. I hear obsession when you sigh. Your voice gives me a thrill. My heart gets in a rush. Your kisses almost touch. Your whisper makes me blush. Todd, it's great. It's just like all your other stuff. It's really good, man. I mean, put a melody to that in 5 minutes, man. I mean, it'd be beautiful. There's a couple to do this song we probably would discuss. Just it's the second line of the chorus. No, the third line. It says, when I think I can't go on, I fret and think of you until the dawn. I feel because you're not the type to judge. That bothers me a little bit. You always have the grace to rise above. I think you can beat that line. But other than that, I like it. I like the song. I wouldn't change anything else. I think you ought to take a look at that line, though. I know you can beat that. Okay. And and Todd, I'll put a melody to yours later, because I know you're going to come in here and record it. Let's look at, okay, so we got one more here, I think. A Dance with You, To-Razale Scott Olivier am I saying that name right? To-Razale? Not sure I'm saying that right. I don't know what's happened to Todd, but he's just got a picture of himself up there. Oh, there she is. How do you pronounce your name? To-Razale? Oh, she went away. Okay.
I think he's only on the chat. I don't think he has like a microphone.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's read hers. This is the last one. There's a diamond set in gold, a fading photo on the shelf, forever in my heart and soul, ever since we were blessed. We're falling in and out of blue. How do we go back to new? Play our old song, put on our dancing shoes, hold me like you used to do. Play our old song, put on our dancing shoes, hold me like you used to. I want to dance with you. There were candle-lit nights, 4 a.m, heated fights. How have we become so cold? I hope within time we can put this behind us. I don't want to grow old alone. I saw tears in your eyes last night. It hurt to see you cry. Not like when you cried that time on our wedding night. Okay, here's what I think, To-Razale, if you can hear me. I think that your song, I think that I think I get kind of what you're trying to say here, but you're kind of I think you need to get more focused, and I think you need to stay right on topic. It's kind of going in different places, and it's hard to keep track of. And whenever you talk down here about your wedding night, nobody knows what that means except you. So if you don't explain that to the listener, they don't know what that means. So something happened on the wedding night that made this person cry. I don't know what it was. And these are things that you need to just explain. If I have to guess what you're saying or try to guess at what you're saying, try to make sense of it, then the song is not correct. It needs work. You have a good start on the song, and I think you have talent, but I think you need to spend a little more time on this. And I like there's a diamond set in gold, a fading photo on the shelf, forever in my heart and soul. I love those 3 lines. But the next line, ever since we were blessed, I know you can beat that. There's a diamond set in gold, a fading photo on the shelf, forever in my heart and soul. I'm blessed like no one else. You see what I mean? That kind of helps it a little bit. But when you say ever since we were blessed, I'm not sure what that means. We're falling in and out of blue. How do we go back to new? We're falling in and out of blue. How do we go back to new? It needs some work. And whenever you say the word new, somewhere you have to say the word old to set that up. We're falling in and out. You know, the old is falling out of blue. How do we go back to new? I hope this is making sense what I'm saying, but that new needs to have the word old in there somewhere to set that up. Otherwise, it's not working for me. But then I like what you're doing. I just think you need to work on this, Razale. I think you would be really, I really want to invite you, Razale, to come to the Songwriters Workshop on Facebook and join it. I'd like for all of you to do it if you want to. It's fun, and I think you'll enjoy it, and I think you'll learn a lot. I think Razale has some talent here, but I think she needs a little bit more focus and try to stay on topic a little bit more. Think these lines through. Sometimes we spend a lot of time just trying to rhyme, and when we do that, we're in trouble. You have to say, you can't just throw away a line just for the sake of a rhyme. You have to make it really speak. And I see this here. I see some things here that make me think she had to rhyme. I get it, but we're losing something in the process. Okay, I hope I didn't offend anybody today, because that is not my intentions. My intentions is to try to make everybody better and to help. And guys, I'm doing this because I really do want to give back to you guys. I want to help you. I'm not charging anything for this. I want to do this. I like Todd. And so I'm, if I offend anybody, I sure don't mean to. It's not my intentions. I really believe that there's a lot of talent in this room right now. I believe there are some in here that need to have a little bit more work and need to hone in your craft. This is a craft, guys. It doesn't just come to you and you just go out there. I'm going to tell you a real quick story. I was living in Dallas, Texas, playing at the Longhorn Ballroom, and I was working with Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys band. Now, Bob wasn't there. He was dead. But I was working with Leon Roush and all those guys. Well, the owner of the nightclub came in one day, and he said, I want to record an album called the 25th Anniversary Longhorn Ballroom Album. He said, does anybody write songs? Nobody did. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. Let me give it a shot. I'd never written a song in my life. I was 21 years old. So I wrote 4 songs, and I took them to him, and he knew songs. And I said, I'm going to play these for you. If you don't like them, then we won't do it. I played the 4 for him, and he looked at me, and he said, you wrote these? And I said, yeah. And he said, hold on just a second. He said, he picked up the phone, called a recording studio, so I want to record these songs. We want to get in right away and record. So we went in and recorded these songs. I didn't know if they were good or not. But I will tell you this, guys. This is a very fluky thing that happened to me, okay? Mel Tillis came through that club. We booked him in there, and the guy that owned it gave him those 4 songs that we recorded. And he listened to them on his bus, and he called me back on the phone, and he said, I want to sign you to my publishing company in Nashville. It happened just that quick. And I was like, why? He said, I heard these songs you wrote. And so I went up there. Well, here's the funny thing about it, guys. I went up there. He flew me up there, and I signed with him. It was the biggest publishing company in Nashville, called Cedarwood at that time. Hank Cochran had all his stuff in there. And those 4 songs that I wrote, all 4 of them were recorded. 3 of them went #1 in the nation. One of them was called Dying One Shot at a Time, recorded by Clinton Gregory. Go out on YouTube, pull it up. It was #1. Another one was George Jones called, what the hell's the name of that song? Can't you think the name of it? Oh my God, I wrote it. Can't you think the name of it? But it is, The Real McCoy. George Jones. If you go out on YouTube, pull it up, you'll see it. Another one is, oh my gosh. I can't think of all the songs, all of the 4 right off the top of my head, because I've written 4,000 songs since then. But I'm just saying, this was a very fluky thing that happened to me. And then what happened was I had 2 #1 hits in the nation back to back. And I'm thinking, holy cow, I'm a songwriter, right? So Mel Tillis comes in and he sits me down and he goes, okay, Curt, it's time now for you to learn how to really write. I know I must have had the stupidest look on my face. I said, Mel, I've got 2 #1 hits in the nation, and you're telling me I need to learn how to write? He goes, yeah, you need to learn how to really write. And he picked up the phone and he called Hank Cochran and Dean Dillon and Vern Gosden. He said, I've got a writer here that's going to be the biggest thing that ever hits the country music field, and I want you guys to write with him. And they all did. And I learned more from those guys than I ever would have ever learned on my own. You know, I probably would have had some success, but I had a hell of a lot more when I wrote with those guys. I had songs recorded by Billy Ray Cyrus, by Leanne Womack, and Gene Watson. He cut 4 or 5 of my songs. There was just a bunch of them. And I owe that to these people that helped me, Dean Dillon, Hank Cochran, these people. So I'm here to do this to try to help you guys as much as I can, okay? And if you decide you want to come and record it with me, all you got to do is take down my email address. I'll give it to you right now. It's curtryle@gmail.com. CurtRyle@gmail.com. And Todd knows it if you don't have anything to write it down on. If you decide at some point you want to come in and record a song with me, I promise you I'll get you in. I just can't promise you how soon, because this place is busy. But I will work you in as quickly as I can and try to help you as much as I can. I will play your songs for my artists. First of all, I won't record it unless I really believe it. Unless I really believe that it can be recorded. I will tell you. I'll say, I don't think you should record this one. Go on to another one. If I think it can make it, I will tell you, I think this song's got hope, and I think somebody cut it. Then if you want to record it, you can. If they want to record the song, if one of these artists wants to record it and put it out, then probably they'll pay you. If the song's in their key, they'll give you your money back to put their voice on the track. Make sense? Now, if the song's not in their key, then they got to recut the song. So then they'll have to pay for that recording. So, but I will tell you this. There's money to be made in this. Dina Wood is one of my marketers. And there's a lot of stuff that's involved in this crap, and I don't want to get into all that. But if your songs don't have the right metadata and the right this and that and the right ISRC codes, and it goes on and on and on, and I don't know anything about it, I just send it to her. She works for me, and she takes care of it. If you get all of that stuff done right, it costs $200 to do it. But when it's done, you will get checks in the mail if your songs play. The first time I had songs sitting in an escrow for years that I didn't know about. I sent all my stuff to her. She did all the proper metadata. And one day I got a check for $11,000 in the mail for songs that they were just sitting there holding my money. They're not going to send it to you unless you give them the right information. So all the stuff's important. I will school you on this and teach you how to do this. And I'm busy, guys. I will take as much time to do it as I can. One day, Todd, I think we should have one of these, not to listen to songs, not to do any of that, but to talk about what you need to do to get yourself in a position where if your songs get out there, you'll make money. We need to discuss that. And you need to know all those details. And copyrights. You don't need to worry about copyrights. People tell you, oh, you got to go through the Library of Congress if you don't. No, that's not true anymore. That's old school. Now you sing a song on your phone or you record it here. The minute it hits this computer or the minute it hits my recording machine, it's time stamped. That is a valid copyright. As long as you have the lyrics with your name on it and your signature on it, that is a copyright, and you never have to spend another dime because people spend thousands of dollars going through the Library of Congress to copyright songs. It's not necessary anymore. You know, when you take a phone and you sing it on your phone, there's a timestamp on that. As long as you save it, that is a valid copyright. There's nobody can steal your song, not even me. The minute you sing the song for me on the phone and you send it to me, you have already copywritten the song. So anyway, there's a lot of other things like this we'll discuss. And the next time we get together, we probably should just go over some of this stuff. And then if anybody that wants to come in and be involved in this, I'll help you all I can. So I've gone on long enough, guys. Does anybody have any questions right now they'd like to ask before we move on?
Yeah, Curt, I just have one question.
Yeah.
So your advice for next steps, one of the things you mentioned is going on your Curt Ryle Songwriting Workshop Facebook or connecting with you in that way. So like, for example, with my lyrics, you said the structure is good. So what should I be doing next, I guess, next step?
Well, if it's something that you feel like that you want to give it a shot and go out there and record it, then what I'll do is I will sit down and we will analyze the song more and make sure. I'm not going to let you spend your money recording anything unless I really believe it's 100% accurate. And I don't want to take any part of your song. I don't want the melody. I'm giving you the melody. If I put a melody to it, it's your melody. Todd knows this. I will not take any part of the song. You're hiring me to do a job. And I will do that job. And I will help you with your lyrics. I will tell you what I think you should do. And sometimes I'll even tell you the line I think would be good. It's up to you if you want to use it. And but when I believe that your song is good enough that one of my artists might want to record it, then I'll record it. But if I think you're wasting your money, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take your money. I'm not going to record your song unless we believe in it. So, but I will help you. If I think your song is 80% there, I will work with you to get that thing over the hump and get it 100%. And then if you want to record it, it's up to you. I will tell you this. If you go to Nashville to record, you're probably, and you know this, Barbara, better than anybody. If you've been to Nashville, I don't have to tell you what they charge you. It's crazy stupid. It's thousands of dollars. If you come here and you do this, I use the best musicians in the world. Tommy White is the steel guitar player on the Grand Ole Opry. He plays for Vince Gill. He plays for Lady Gaga. I use Wanda Vick, who's played for every singer in the world. She's a fiddle player. Every musician I have are the best that money can buy. I will do your song for $500, period, out the door. It's vocals, mixed, mastered, everything. So if you can beat that, by all means. But I will tell you this, if you want to hear the quality of what we do, listen to Todd's, and you'll know what we do. We're not putting out everything I put out. I guarantee you can put it on the radio and it'll stack up to anybody out there. I don't care who they are. I will stand by that. I can't guarantee you your song is going to be a hit song, but I can guarantee you the recording is going to be a quality that's second to none. So that's just things that you guys can think about. And I'd love to say I could take all of you right now and record your songs. It's just not even possible. What I would have to do is just take one at a time and just try to work you in as I can. But I will do it if you guys want to do it. Next time we get together, let's talk about the other business side of this. Let me tell you about the organizations that you need to join. They don't cost anything. They're free. Some of you, if you don't have a publishing company, it costs $100 to open one. A lot of people go, I don't want a publishing company. So can I publish it through your company? Yes, you can. I'll publish it for you. There's not a lot of money in publishing anymore anyway. Publishing is about mechanicals. CD sales, nobody buys CDs anymore. They go out there and buy these 99-cent downloads. So that money comes through, BMI and ASCAP. They send you the checks on that stuff. So the publishing, really, there's no money in it anyway. If you want to publish the song through my company, you can. If you want to open your company, I'll teach you how. And so, anyway, just think about this. And I'm not gonna keep you on here any longer. But Todd, I think the next time we get together, we should spend about 30 minutes and discuss this stuff. And then let everybody decide what they want to do.
All right.
Any other questions from anybody? If not,
thank you very much, Curt. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I've really enjoyed you guys. This is really fun. I see a lot of talent here. I'm not kidding you. I really do. And I see a lot of people who need to work on this stuff. It's a craft. The more you work on it, the better you're going to get. The Songwriter Workshop will help you. Come on Facebook and join it. I'll accept you. And you just sit back and watch it. You'll just see. I teach people how to write on there. I mean, it's really cool. And these people that's been on there, man, they're good now. They've been on there for about 3 or 4 years. They're writing. These people can write hit songs. So I think it would be good for everybody. And some of you guys don't even need it. Some of you guys are good enough you don't need it, but it still would be fun. So come out and check it out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you run, and I appreciate all of you. Okay, thanks, Todd.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kurt.
I'll take care.
Thanks, Kurt.